Y'all, we are walking down memory lane today. And those of you who have followed me for a long term is probably going to remember this because this was in the early days of my show on a food channel here. And they gave me, so funny, I remember it like it was yesterday. They gave me the subject they wanted me to prepare. And it was donuts. I said, what in the world do you do with donuts? You just eat them while they're warm. Well, you will not believe it, as fate would have it. I got a letter from a guy that lived in Florida. His name is Bill Nicholson, and I hope you're still doing well, Bill. He sent me a note and said, Paula, I was having a dinner party and realized I didn't have a dessert. And the grocery stores were closed, so he told me that he had to go to a curb store. Yeah, I'm sure y'all know what a curb store is, like a gas station. And he said he had to get ingredients that he could find in the curb store. He found donuts. He found fruit cocktail. He found sweetened condensed milk. He found raisins. And he said, I'm going to make something out of this for dessert. I mean, this was not 2 or 3 days before I was going to have to film this show using donuts. And I got in touch with him. I said, oh, Bill, you have pulled me out of the crapper because I didn't know what I was going to make using donuts. And we made it. And I'm telling you what, it was so early in my career. That's when I was checking Facebook to see what people were saying. Honey, they were hanging me. They were hanging me. They accused me of being the devil's right-hand person trying to kill everybody in America. And when I shared Bill's recipe, I also shared the fact that this might be one serving per lifetime, y'all. But we have had so much fun with this Krispy Kreme bread pudding. And like I said, it's delicious. And just the fact that Bill was running through curb stores trying to find something to make a dessert with. And he said everybody fell in love with it and wanted the recipe. So, on my donut show, no problem. I had a recipe. Thanks to Bill Nicholson. I'll never forget Bill. Never forget. Bill's original recipe, y'all, called for 2 dozen donuts. I'm going to start with 1.5 dozen, though. And I've got the biggest can of fruit cocktail that one can buy. I've got 2 beaten eggs. I've got 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. And y'all, like I said, I did this back when I was really taking everybody's comments serious. I didn't know that there was people out there that, just wanted to be nasty and hurt you, because it hurt my feelings so bad that they were saying I was a spawn from the devil. All right, it calls for a 9-ounce box of raisins. But I don't think this a 9 ounce yet. It's a 9-ounce box. I'm just gonna kind of do what I want to on the raisins. Although I do love raisins. So I'm gonna do what Bill told me to do. Pretty very good. The whole 9-ounce box. All right, now, so what we have to do now, want to just mix this up good, and then we're going to pour it over our doughnuts. And like I said, I don't want this to be dry. It's been years since I made it, y'all. But I don't want the bread pudding to be too dry, although we have got a secret bath that we're going to bathe this in after it's done. We got a bigger bowl because we are going to want this to sit for maybe 10 or 15 minutes to absorb all the juice, and this is the way we're going to do it to see that happens. Because we want those donuts to kind of break down. And you saw I was just cubing the donuts. Now it's time, y'all, to add the cinnamon. And Bill just says 1 to 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So I did like a heaping teaspoon. All right. So you can see the donuts are breaking down. Good, good, good. Okay, so Bill, you said 2 dozen donuts. I cut mine down to a dozen and a half because I just don't want it to be dry, even though we're going to have another step to go. And we're going to bake this for about 45 minutes to an hour. You can just keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on the prize. Well, I get every bit of this goodness from this big old bowl, y'all. Aunt Peggy has showed up in the kitchen just in time to start sampling our dishes, which is great. All right, now the donut bread pudding is in the oven. And while that's cooking, I'm going to make the sauce, because I told you Bill bathed it in a nice sweet sauce. And we've got rum flavoring. Now, if you want to, if you want to, you could use real rum. But, if children are going to be sampling any of my things, I really like to just use extracts. So we're going to melt this stick of butter, stir in 1 pound of confectionate sugar, and I'm going to do this to taste, and then we're going to pour it over that bread pudding. Okay, we've got our stick of butter melted. And Bill says to slowly add our powdered sugar. And he said to just cook this till it's hot and bubbly. I think I may have to add a little liquid to this. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've made this. All right, that's a teaspoon of extract. And I'm going to cut that off. Okay, that's way too... I hadn't even added the rest of the powdered sugar. So I'm definitely going to have to... add a little liquid, and I'm going to do that using half and half. Well, it's not going to take a bunch, but yeah. Sorry, Bill. And don't get your feelings hurt, because I changed my own recipes. All right, I want to get that powdered sugar out of there, because I still got more powdered sugar to add. All right. You right at 2 teaspoons of rum extract. Looks good. So You can leave this, fairly thick because we'll be putting it on hot donut bread pudding. So this can melt on top of that. Looks good, doesn't it? Okay, y'all. I left that fairly thick. Now, Bill actually gave us two different instructions. He said, put some of this on top of each serving. So, and then he also said cover the bread pudding when it comes out of the oven. So, look at that, y'all. And you remember I did add a little cream to those donuts because I remembered it being a little on the dry side. So that cream definitely helped. Whoa. That looks pretty good. And that's slowly, because that just came out of the oven. So that's slowly going to melt into that donut bread pudding. Okay, Bill. There you go. I only changed it just a wee little bit. What you think, Greg? Good. Bill did good for curb store dessert. But do make sure you add a little bit more cream because that's pretty. That's pretty. Mm-hmm. Well, thank y'all for walking down memory lane with me. That show would be out there on Facebook or somewhere if you want to go back and see the original.
It's on our YouTube channel.
Oh, it is the original show from years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
We have all those shows on our YouTube channel.
See, that's wonderful. I don't know if I could do without them telling me what's what. Big brain. Love and best dishes, y'all. And Bill, I hope you're still kicking, developing new recipes.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.